Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, back again. Yeah, on this lovely day, no doubt about it. It's crazy. Monday, August 6th, 2018. So, you gotta laugh at some of this stuff, or cry. Personally, I choose to laugh. I have a few things that we need to cover here. So, if you happen to watch the video that I did this morning, I explained to you what was going on at that time. A significant rally in the debt market did manage, none of us are surprised about this, I'm sure, to push stocks higher. And if you also recall, this morning the market was mixed, with the Dow being negative. It's crazy. But again, this is the mechanism here. And as long as they can keep that 10-year yield in the sweet spot below 3%-ish, depending on where the dollar goes, and I want to talk about that in a second, there's almost nowhere for stock to go but higher here. That's the truth. It's an engineered environment of risk. Now, let's talk about the dollar just real quick. The dollar has been getting stronger. It's no secret. I've covered this personally. I've expected the dollar to pull back several times. Every time it seems to get weaker, dollar goes up. And that's, again, because of these trade war fears. I know you all understand that. But what I want to cover just real quick is this stronger dollar here is not good for multinational companies because of the way currencies are traded. So again, it makes our products more expensive to other countries around the world with a weaker currency. You understand? So now we're in this trade war, or at least it seems like that. We got this dollar that seems to be acknowledging that we're in a trade war. The stronger dollar, again, not good for trade. Look, personally, and I've covered this before, President Trump could have tried to fix this in a different manner. I don't think he had one say-so with regard to how he would deal with this trade imbalance issue that's been going on since time immemorial, truthfully. I think this was dictated to him. Again, it's a mechanism to continue to borrow. We need to borrow for more bailouts here. It also was done to set a precedent. Anyone that was hurt or gets hurt by a trade war is going to get a bailout. So you got that. This is the mechanism. This is the way it goes. Let's talk about another part of this mechanism here that's disgusting. So we understand that sanctions are going to come into effect with regard to Iran today. Did you notice how crude oil responds to this? It always goes up. I know all of you get this, but I'm just going to say it again. The investment banks have, I cannot underestimate or understress what I'm about to tell you, massive investments in crude oil. So they'll do whatever they need to do, or the administration will do whatever needs to be done to make sure crude stays up. If that means we got to engineer some kind of a skirmish out there in the Strait of Hormuz, or drop a few bombs somewhere, or increase sanctions, that's what will happen to keep crude oil higher. Understand? Let's talk about another crime in progress here real quick. So Goldman Sachs, this is almost laughable. Sit down for this one, because I post snapshots of this all over Facebook and Twitter. So Goldman freaking Sachs comes out here today saying that this year we can expect $1 trillion, $1 freaking trillion in stock buybacks. It's incredible, isn't it? But this is the wording that Goldman Sachs used. This should be enough. Sit down. This should be enough to keep the stock market afloat. So what they're trying to tell you in a roundabout way is, if we're in for these companies buying back, record amounts of stock here, maybe the stock market would sink. You understand that? I want to put another perspective on that for you. These corporate executives, how do they make money? Well, most of them get paid by shares of stock options. So you can only imagine how these corporate executives must love Donald Trump. And I'm not just putting down Donald Trump, any president that would do this kind of thing. I mean, they must worship this guy. They probably want to get down and lick his feet. It's really the truth. And if you also recall, a lot of this stock buyback cash, where did it come from? Well, number one, it's from all the cash that President Trump let these corporations repatriate here to the United States so they can do exactly what they're doing. And these executives are loving this. I mean, really, I can't imagine them being happier than they are right now. It's also the easy money that the Federal Reserve is keeping going from here to as far as the eye can see, maintaining an accommodative monetary policy. We can't normalize. The Federal Reserve, it's laughable again here, please, just bear with me. It's laughable because we're supposed to be in an economic boom. President Trump, once again, and I'm not picking on him, I'm really not, I'm just using his own words, said that this is as good as it gets. This is the best economy we've ever had, his words, but the Fed cannot normalize monetary policy? Well, why would that happen? Well, maybe so the corporations can use this easy money to also engage in stock buyback programs like we've never seen before. And what does that do? Makes the executives even richer. Awesome. Don't you just love this? I mean, you know, I do. I really do. Look, I'm not, and I know there's going to be some of you that are going to get your feelings badly hurt here because you think Donald Trump is the greatest guy in the history of the world. You know, look, I expected things to be different too, but he is the swamp. It's the truth. If you just put just what I just said, listen to this video a few times and let it sink in, you'll understand. How is any of this helping you? Oh, he is the gift that keeps on giving for corporate America. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Meanwhile, we have a labor force participation rate in our country right now near historic lows, money velocity near historic lows. We have to borrow more cash here, the Treasury Department issuing more bonds so we can finance our day-to-day activity in this economic boom because our tax dollars aren't covering it. But this is the best that it's ever been, our economy. You know that, right? You heard it from the president himself. Awesome, once again. Look, people, I don't care who sits in that White House there, you know that. And if you believe, again, I'm going to say this, that man over there in that pretty White House has even the slightest amount, I mean, I'm talking the slightest here, amount of power or say-so as to what's going to happen here with regard to trade wars or stock buyback programs, this is all being dictated to him. And he has to sit there and act like it's his idea. It's not his idea. It's really the truth. And I wish, I wish the people were being told the truth as to how this twisted system really works. All right, with that said, I'll see you in the morning.